Patetico.
Patetico? Beh, allora ti chiedo scusa, pensavo che volessimo la stessa cosa in questa...
A man swears it was love at first sight. 10 years later, the woman he adores looks him in the eye and says the one thing he never saw coming. The movie begins with a quiet voice on the phone. A woman named Ellie tells someone to be safe, to eat, to take care. It sounds like love, but it sounds like a woman already used to waiting. Ellie carries a thought she keeps to herself. Because she was the first to fall, she believes she must suffer and wait. Remember that line. The whole story hides inside it. One evening, her friends Kyla and Greg invite her out. They're getting married, with a baby on the way. They just want company for dinner. So Ellie goes, expecting nothing. At the table, she meets Eric, a senior IT specialist who works with Greg at Allied. He is polite and shy, but the moment he sees her, something in him leaps ahead of sense. Watch how fast this quiet man falls.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Facciamo così. Che durerà fra loro. Fra Kyla.
Yeah, he is already gone. Kyla and Greg are proof that love can work out. Married, settled, a baby coming. Eric looks at Ellie and quietly decides he wants that too. But Ellie is harder to read. She teases him about missing a wedding, about slipping away from parties. She keeps a little distance, like a woman testing whether he will chase. She mentions an old flame who looked like Bob Marley, just to watch Eric squirm. And he does. It is their first small game, and both enjoy it more than they should. Then over wine, Ellie tries her favorite trick. She reads him by his star sign, certain her horoscope is never wrong. Eric fights back with cold science. Now watch this.
Riesci a dire, aspetta, questo è uno scorpione. Capisci che intendo?
Oh, mi dispiace per Galileo, che ha fatto tutto quel lavoro, studiando le stelle.
Astrology versus a man who only trusts facts. Poor Galileo never stood a chance at this table. Soon Eric is meeting Ellie's parents over dinner. They grill him gently, the way protective parents do. Ellie laughs and tells him not to mind them. They are overprotective but warm, and they like this steady IT guy already. There is one small problem. Eric has no car, only a motorcycle. Ellie is in a dress. He promises the ride is safe, that he drives his sister to work on it daily. She hesitates, weighing the whole thing. Then watch what she decides.
Sì.
Game. Just like that, she climbs on. On that ride, something shifts for good. Ellie says it out loud. Are we a couple now? Eric does not even need to answer. They both already know. This is the beginning, when everything glows. Long days shrink into single bright moments. Ellie says love makes you see everything at once, like the world just switched on. But even happy, Ellie carries her fear. Because she loves more, she is always the one left waiting. And waiting comes with its own quiet dread. Back home, Eric cannot stop smiling at his phone. His mother catches him. His siblings pounce. Their shy brother has finally found a girlfriend. The family teases him without mercy. He texts too much. He has no game. She is out of his league. Eric takes all of it, grinning, because for once he is truly happy. Then Ellie starts testing the shape of his love. She asks the dangerous question, do you love me only because I am pretty? Eric jokes his way around it. He says she is nothing but a pretty face, not smart, not funny. It is a joke, but underneath the teasing, Ellie is really asking whether he sees her at all. Time moves on. Together they visit a car dealer. Eric is ready to buy. 3 years to pay, practical and perfect. He is trading away his beloved motorcycle for her. Ellie asks if he is sad to lose the bike. Watch his answer.
Finalmente credere che mi ami?
Sì.
Stare qui per un po'?
He says he loves her, that he does not want her to get hurt. She almost lets herself believe him. Almost, but the new car hints at a new worry. Eric's work is getting harder. Longer hours. The gap between their two lives starts to show. Ellie tries to hold the magic. Her birthday is coming. She wants a trip abroad, Bali maybe, just to pose with a surfboard and feel free for a week. Eric laughs off the beach idea. They bicker over what to do instead. Small stuff. But small stuff, repeated for years, slowly becomes the whole story. At work, Eric turns bitter. He says effort means nothing in this country, that it is all about who you know. He wanted a promotion badly. He did not get it. Then Ellie smiles at a text, and Eric notices. It is Dennis, an art teacher at her school, first steps, sending photos of the kids' drawings. Eric asks why he has never heard of Dennis. Ellie brushes it off. She has only worked there 3 months. A small seed of doubt is quietly planted. Then Eric admits the real weight on him. He did not get the promotion. The career he was banking on has stalled, and he feels it pressing down. The years roll forward. Ellie invites Eric home for a small birthday celebration. The two families begin to blend into one long, tangled love story. Friends gather. They tease Eric as the idealist who just wants the trains to work. Life feels full and safe, but the poet in Ellie keeps circling one ache. Because she loved more, she is left with all the questions. Why? How? When did they start to fall apart? For now, they are still playful. Ellie teases that Dennis cannot even wiggle his ears or roll his tongue. Eric is her boyfriend, she reminds him. The jealousy cools.
Aspetta, c'è neanche ad arrotolare la lingua.
Io conosco qualcuno che ci riesce.
Sei tu il mio fidanzato, capito?
Her parents adore Eric. Of all Ellie's past boyfriends, he is the one who lasted. They start dreaming out loud about a wedding and grandchildren. Marriage. The word lands on the table. Eric says they are saving up, that they truly do want it. Everyone smiles, but saving up, it turns out, can last forever. On a hike meant for their future, the cracks finally show. Now watch this one.
Siamo persi.
Non ci siamo persi, dobbiamo solo cercare quel cartino. Ok, quindi vuoi restare qui?
Di chi sta divertendo in questa cavolo di escursione?
Wow!
Lost in the jungle, blaming each other for every wrong turn. This is not really about the trail. Then Eric softens and offers to carry her. Love and friction tangled together. A heavier shadow arrives. Ellie's father has fallen ill. She dreams of him, aches for him. She wonders why he came to Eric in the dream, and not to his own daughter. In the dream, her father asked Eric to take care of her. Eric warned him she is stubborn. It is tender and sad at once, a goodbye none of them are ready for. Then the day comes that changes everything. Ellie returns from a funeral, her heart heavy. Her father has left the world. The ground under her quietly gives way. She wears Eric's hoodie to feel him near, breathing in his perfume. She just wants him to come home. Grief makes her cling tighter. Eric, buried in work, starts to drift. One night, Ellie stumbles home from a high school reunion, half carried by an old classmate named Jim. Eric has been waiting up for hours. Watch how this lands.
Era una rimpatriata.
Mi potevi scrivere il telefono. Non mi hai detto a che ora saresti tornata.
Alle 2.
Sono le 2:30.
Dovevo spaccare il secondo.
Why did you get wasted? Why switch off your phone? 30 minutes late becomes a whole war. The wound from the very start reopens without warning. Then Eric notices something new. Ellie smokes now. She started when her father got sick and kept it up after he passed. Only when she is stressed, she says. Eric worries. Once you start that, he warns, it is hard to quit. He does not realize he is describing more than a habit. He is describing the two of them. Eric's own spirit is sinking too. He feels useless, like he no longer matters. Ellie gently suggests he ease off his social programs. He refuses. This is still what he wants. They argue, tired and raw. Did they learn nothing from the hard years behind them? The love is still there, but the patience between them is wearing thin. The distance keeps growing. Ellie is often heartbroken now. Word travels that each of them is drifting towards someone else. Eric grows jealous of Dennis, who keeps giving Ellie rides. He asks if she plans to defend Dennis, or if they are finally leaving. The old doubt is back, sharper than before. At dinner, the marriage question returns, and this time it detonates. Ellie's family pushes hard. Ellie snaps back that no one should keep pressuring Eric like this. Then it all pours out at once. Eric demands proof that Ellie loves him. 4 years, he says, and he still sees nothing. Ellie fires back. Why must marriage be the only proof? He kneels on nothing and holds up no ring, only his hurt. And for the first time, one of them says the words out loud. Why not just break up?
Discutere con la propria donna se possono sposarsi, eh? Non esisterebbe la proposta Oh!
Ma mi prendi in giro?
No!
Allora cosa? Cosa?
4 anni e ancora non ti è chiaro!
They pull back from the edge. Ellie says she sees how deeply Eric loves his mother and siblings. They do not need an altar to prove that. The storm passes, but nothing is healed. For a while, they play house again. Eric offers to cook dinner. He calls her Mrs., and she reminds him she is not his wife yet. They keep choosing each other for now. Then Ellie drops her own news. She has been accepted by a volunteer group. She is going to Nepal to teach English to children, and she leaves tomorrow. Eric is blindsided. Ellie insists she told him, back when they were fighting, when he snapped that it was her life, do what she wants. People say cruel things in fights, so the question hangs over everything. When did the problems really begin? Ellie drives off to the airport. It was simmering for days, she says, then it just blew up. Even apart, they miss each other. Eric says he only wants to stop the hurting. That is not who they are, he insists, but maybe it is exactly who they have become. Ellie keeps waiting for an answer that never arrives. Every time, she is afraid of what it will be. How much do you love me, she asks. Can love just switch off one day? Life keeps moving anyway. Friends throw parties, teasing Greg over the pizza tab. Eric finally earns his own office, a promotion at last. Success arrives, just as the love slips away.
Quindi chi l'ha ordinata? Tanto offre Greg.
Sì, sa.
Ehi tu, amico mio.
Buona questa birra.
Adesso è il tuo ufficio, eh?
Huh?
But Eric cannot enjoy any of it. He drives home early, dizzy and alone. Greg calls, since everyone is still out having fun. Eric only wants to be home. Except home is empty now. The distance hardens into cold routine. Do not wait up. Eat without me. Still lots of work. Two people learning to live around each other, instead of with each other. Greg gives Eric strange advice. Remember how he hid his motorcycle instead of selling it, when Ellie wanted it gone. Do the same with this. Hide it. Do not deal with it, because Greg has his own secret. A third baby is coming, and the pressure keeps building. Everyone here is quietly hiding something from someone they love. And Eric has a confession of his own. Something almost happened with someone else. It did not go far, he swears, but it went far enough to matter. He knows Ellie will be hurt. He thinks it is better if she hears it from him. Greg is not so sure. Does Eric even really know her anymore? Greg is bitter about women who leave to find themselves. They come back changed, he says, or they do not come back at all. His warning hangs in the air. Then, at his office, an unexpected visitor arrives. It is Ellie. Now watch her face.
Non è successo niente in pratica.
So anche Kyla. L'ha detto Greg. Lo hai detto tu. Insomma, non ci hai fatto sesso.
Ellie,
She already knows. Greg told Kyla. Kyla told her. There are no secrets left. Eric pleads. Nothing happened, it was only almost. But almost is a knife all its own. She keeps slipping away. Later, Eric's mother thanks Ellie for putting up with her son. He is traditional and strict, she explains, because he became the man of the house after his father left them. Ellie says Eric is just as patient with her. From the outside, they still look like the couple who will make it. But not every love here is happy. A woman confides she has wanted to leave her husband for years. 3 young children keep her holding on. Love and duty pulling opposite ways. Ellie greets everyone brightly. On the surface, all is warm and full. Underneath, both she and Eric already sense the ending quietly coming for them. Ellie finally says the thing hiding under everything. She is sorry the love she gave back never felt like enough. That is the trap of loving someone. You start carrying their whole happiness. The old fights echo again. Why did you get wasted? Why no text? 2 in the morning. 30 minutes late. The same wound, torn open one more time. And now there is a name. Nicole. Whenever Nicole is around, Ellie steps aside. Eric says he was only worried. Ellie asks a colder question. Why would she ever think about him?
Quando tu eri con Nicole, sturbato.
Eric strikes deep. Ellie has never truly gone without, he says. He gave her everything, and still it was not enough. Does she keep score with her own family too? The words cut both ways. Maybe it is better we lost it. One of them finally says. The wedding, the future. The glowing version of them that used to exist. Maybe it is better gone. Then Ellie says the sentence Eric never saw coming. When she is with him now, she feels sad. They are not who they used to be. 10 years, and the magic has quietly died. She still wants a world where they stay together for good. But it is not that simple anymore. Eric asks how she can say it so easily. Because it is the truth, she answers. They know each other too well now. They are not even afraid of hurting each other anymore. Because the hurting has already happened, over and over. Now watch what is left of them.
Che in questo momento le altre persone, quello che eravamo, mi dispiace tanto.
They are chasing the people they used to be and other faces. Time passes. The families gather once more, this time for Grandpa's birthday. There is cake singing sweetness. They eat and they laugh. Then someone asks the real question of the whole film. How did these two survive each other for so long? Now Ellie has moved out. She lives with her mother again. Her siblings have grown, with jobs and boyfriends of their own. She looks after her mama now. The waiting girl finally rests. She and Eric meet one last time. Gentle, older, honest. Greg had guessed she was dating again. She is not really. Someone pushed her toward Bumble. She laughs about it, then she turns the question softly back on him. And you? After 10 years of one of them always loving more, always waiting, this is where they land. Not enemies, not lovers, just 2 people who once saw everything in each other, learning to see it somewhere new. Because she was the first to fall, she waited the longest. And now, at last, she stops